You're listening to Fluent Talk Academy.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Fluent Talk Academy. I'm Alex.
And I'm Mia. I'm glad you're joining us.
Mia, has this ever happened to you? Someone asks you a question in English, but instead of answering, you first think about it in your native language and then translate your answer into English.
Oh, yes. That happens to me. And honestly, it happens to a lot of English learners.
Exactly. You know what you want to say, but your brain takes a little detour through your native language first.
And by the time you turn your thought into English, you've already spent a few extra seconds trying to build the sentence.
That's why speaking can sometimes feel slow, even when you understand English pretty well.
Right. The problem isn't always your vocabulary. Sometimes you're simply not thinking directly in English.
So how can we train our brains to think in English instead of translating everything?
That's exactly what we're going to show you today.
We have 5 simple steps, and you can practice them during your normal day.
You can practice while you're getting ready, eating, walking, cooking, or even relaxing at home.
So, Mia, no complicated exercises?
Nope, just simple habits that you can use every day.
Perfect. Then let's jump into the first step.
Let's get started.
Let's start with the first step. And honestly, this is one of the biggest changes you can make. The first step is to stop translating every single word before you speak. That sounds difficult, but you can start with very simple things around you.
For example, look at your phone and simply think, "This is my phone."
Then look at a window and think, "The window is open," instead of translating the sentence from your first language.
You can do the same thing with a chair, a table, your shoes, your bag, or anything else around you.
The goal is to connect the object directly with English instead of connecting it with your first language first.
You can even practice this for 5 minutes every morning while you're getting ready.
Look around your room and make simple sentences like, "My bed is messy," or "My phone is charging."
Don't worry if your sentences are very basic, because simple English is exactly where you should start.
Now let's move to step 2, and this one might feel a little funny at first.
You're going to talk to yourself in English. And yes, you can do it even when nobody is around.
You don't need a speaking partner every time you want to practice, because you can create your own little conversations.
For example, while making breakfast, you can say, "I'm hungry, so I'm going to make some eggs."
Then you can look around and say, "Where's my cup?" and answer yourself, "Oh, it's on the table."
That might sound funny, but you're actually training your brain to produce English without waiting for someone else.
You can also ask yourself simple questions like, "What am I doing?" and then answer, "I'm getting ready for work."
You can ask, "What am I going to do today?" and answer, "I'm going to study English and finish some work."
These small conversations are powerful because you're using English to talk about your real life.
And you don't need perfect grammar every time, because the main goal is to keep your thoughts moving in English.
The third step is very important, especially if you're still building confidence.
Don't force yourself to think in long and complicated sentences, because that can make you nervous and slow.
Start with short sentences like, "I'm tired," "I'm hungry," "I need water," or "I'm going home."
These sentences may look easy, but you want them to become automatic when you need them.
Once a short sentence feels easy, you can slowly make it longer without changing the basic idea.
For example, start with "I'm tired," and then say, "I'm really tired today."
After that, you can say, "I'm really tired today, so I need some rest."
See how naturally the sentence grows when you add one small idea at a time?
This is much better than trying to create a long sentence from the beginning and getting stuck halfway through.
Remember, Alex, speaking simple English confidently is much better than knowing complicated English, but being afraid to use it.
Exactly, Mia. Your goal is not to impress people with difficult words. Your goal is to communicate clearly. Now we're at step 4, And this one is probably the easiest because your daily life can become your English classroom.
You don't have to sit at a desk because you can practice English while doing things you already do every day.
When you wake up, think, I'm awake and I need to get up.
When you check the time, think, it's 7 o'clock and I need to get ready.
While brushing your teeth, you can think, I'm brushing my teeth and I'm still a little sleepy.
While making breakfast, you can say, I'm making breakfast and I'm going to have some coffee.
When you look outside, you can describe what you see by saying, it's sunny today and the street looks busy.
Even when you're walking, you can think, there are many people outside and the weather feels nice.
The important thing is to connect English with real situations instead of only studying English from a book.
When you practice this every day, your brain slowly becomes more comfortable using English automatically.
Now let's talk about the fifth step, which is listening and repeating natural English.
Choose a short English conversation, podcast, or video where people speak clearly and naturally.
Listen to one short sentence, pause the audio, and repeat the sentence out loud.
For example, if you hear, I'm running a little late, pause and repeat, I'm running a little late.
Then listen again and try to copy the speaker's natural rhythm and pronunciation.
You can also practice useful phrases like, let me think about it, or I'm not sure about that.
The more you hear natural English, the easier it becomes for your brain to recognize common sentence patterns.
And when you repeat those sentences, you're also training your mouth to produce English more comfortably.
You don't need to repeat a whole 5-minute conversation, because even 5 useful sentences can give you great practice.
The key is to listen carefully, repeat clearly, and use those sentences later in your own conversations.
Now let's turn these 5 steps into a simple challenge that you can start today.
For the next 7 days, spend just 10 minutes every day thinking and speaking to yourself in English.
For the first 2 minutes, look around your room and describe everything you can see.
For the next 2 minutes, talk about what you're doing and what you need to do next.
Then spend 3 minutes describing your plans, your feelings, or something that happened during your day.
Finally, listen to a short English conversation and repeat 3 to 5 useful sentences from it.
Don't worry about making mistakes, because mistakes are a normal part of learning a language.
And don't stop every few seconds to translate a word, because your goal is to keep your English thoughts moving.
Remember, you don't need perfect English before you start thinking in English.
You can start with the English you already know and slowly build from there.
Start with one word, then one short sentence, and then another sentence.
With regular practice, those small sentences can become natural parts of your everyday English.
So today, don't just watch this lesson and move on. Choose 10 minutes and actually practice.
And if this lesson helped you, please give this video a like and share it with another English learner.
Don't forget to subscribe to Fluent Talk Academy if you want more simple, natural, and practical English lessons.
Your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions genuinely help us grow, and we truly appreciate your support.
Thank you for learning with us and for being part of our English learning community.
Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and remember that every small step takes you closer to speaking with confidence.
We'll see you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone.